Hey, say man, this is Rico. Aye Ricooo, producer, graphic designer, and you're not tuned in with the debut.
Hey Rico.
Hey, G Quizzo. Hey, Skin Nation.
What got me started in producing? Basically just having a love for music. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it at first, but after seeing everybody rap, I noticed wasn't nobody making beats. And the summer of my 8th grade year, going to 9th grade, I started making beats on my iPod. And a couple years later, I started making them on my laptop and just started calling myself a producer. I started off trying to mimic what I was listening to, like the Zaytoven, the 808 Mafia, um, Pharrell, Scott Storch, all those people. And after a while, I just said, forget it. I'm gonna just try my own thing.
Okay.
Found my sound.
What name a few of the artists that you work with?
Few artists I work with. The very first artist that I worked with was Pacino Dollar. I did Up to Par on his En Route mixtape.
Okay.
I did that one. Then I turned around, close friend of mine, G Quizzo. I did the track Bent on his Walking Dead mixtape.
Okay.
We actually have a joint EP coming out that's executive produced by me.
Okay.
I was talking to Damo the other day on Instagram, but I don't think we got nothing squared away. Working with a couple of Savannah, Georgia artists, B&E Jordan, BSG Hoove, Anya Bray, Destiny Sierra, and a lot of more other people. Just really networking right now.
Okay. How did you go about connecting with the people from the Savannah, Georgia area?
Just being out and about, like going out downtown. Some of the people I met on campus at school. A few people I met through mutual friends that grew up with them, and mostly just being out and about. Cause when you're a producer, you have to go to these. Sometimes you got to step out and go to the club and see what everybody listening to. You might just bump into a rapper, and he may have a situation going on to where he want to rap, he got talent, but he just don't have a producer, and he don't want to go on YouTube to get his beats. He wants somebody to make him something organic. That's how I met two of them. One of them was actually my coworkers. The hardest part about being a producer is because people think that, oh, you got to make sure people pay you for your beats. That's really not the hard part. I done got paid for beats and gave away beats. People that ran off with beats. But the hardest part is just making sure the beat that you made or you produce, making sure that song gets out. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of beats that I produce, got with people. They recorded to it, they just ain't dropped. Yeah, I'm just getting around to the point to where I'm gonna just send out the same beat. Whoever sends something back first, that's what we gonna go with.
Talk about your graphic design and what type of skills you got in it.
Graphic design, my two main skills is illustration, Photoshop. I like typography.
Okay.
I wrestle with web design, but I think anybody who does web design, hats off to them, because that's still something that I wrestle with now. This stuff is not easy, but I still work at it. Graphic design, I got into graphic design, I want to say, fresh out of high school.
Okay.
Because I had been drawing since 4th grade. I was always the kid who was supposed to be taking notes, but I'd be drawing. I wasn't taking no notes. It didn't affect me none academically because I still knew the work. I just rather draw and just pay attention while I'm drawing.
Right.
I had been drawing since like 4th grade. By the time I got to my senior year of high school, I was doing like graffiti, little cartoons all over my notebook, and like going home. Sometimes I'd be making the beat and I just let the loop play and I'd be drawing. And I got into graphic design, I want to say my freshman year at Jackson State, because I think I was undecided. Because at first I was undecided, then I went for pre-pharmacy, then I went for graphic design. My professor, she actually was like, you know how to draw? I was like, yeah. She's like, why you not majoring in art? I was like, because I don't know how I'm going to
Go about it.
I don't know how I'm gonna make money out there. She's like, graphic design. She's like, in a couple more years, graphic design is gonna be what everybody needs.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she told me that, because now everybody has a YouTube page, everybody is doing music, and everybody's doing the clothing line, and that's why I come into play it. So if they don't buy a beat, they most definitely can get like a mixtape cover, a single cover, some stuff like that. Yeah, I actually have a link on DeviantArt. It's connected to my. It's on my Facebook page,
Okay,
but
okay.
I haven't put no art up there in like a year or so. My college experience, I ain't learned nothing but the game and how to play it. I learned how to like deal with a female. Like I can tell when okay, if you've been talking to this female for like weeks at a time or days at a time, and then it comes to next week where she not talking to you, brother, old dude back he back in the picture, bro. Just go ahead, sit down, wait till she texts you, and when she texts you, just hey, you ain't really got to text her back immediately. You text her back when you feel like it, cause you already know what's going on. It's just keep it clear, like. But don't let her get the upper hand on you. You can still like her, but don't do that. I learned the benefits of the friend zone. A lot of people frown upon the friend zone. I mess with it because it's like people think when she puts you in the friend zone, she's trying to take advantage of you. She's trying to make you readily available. But I ain't even readily available for my immediate friends. So I know I ain't gonna be readily available for her. So I be like, all right, you'll learn. My best piece of work, it's like a tie because I think I want to say up to par with Pacino Dollar.
Okay.
I think that was like one of my favorite beats.
Okay.
But the cover I did for G Quizzo on Bent
I see it.
I was like I like that cover, but I like that beat I gave Pacino. Like if Quiz would have got on that beat with Pacino, or they would have just did some type of collaboration, that would have been it right there. So it was like a tie. Yeah. I just sent Quit money. I just sent him some stuff.
Okay.
We got something on the way. I think he's gonna do what needs to be done. He's like one of the most consistent artists. I think he's starting to see some progression though, and I love it. With him, and I have Savannah artists that I work with. Destiny Sierra, Anya Bray, BSG Hoove, BNE Jordan, another artist by the name Sean. He has a real Drake vibe going on. I had to make a whole 90s vibe for him. Okay. He's pretty dope. BNE Jordan, he has a Lil Durk vibe. BSG Hoove, I want to say he's like, I don't know, he's like street gospel almost. Okay. Like he's rapping, but he do it over like some street gospel beats. He's pretty hard, pretty dope. Yeah. Not like Kurt Franklin, but you can tell he put his soul in it. The stories he telling, where he come from. I hated my childhood, man. That's why I work so hard now. I hated that shit. But yeah, my childhood, I was 8 or 9 kids. My mom and dad, they did their best co-parenting. Okay. But sometimes co-parenting just ain't the thing to do. Like they couldn't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. Okay. But as I got older, I just realized like, man, you ain't gonna never know the full story between your mom and dad. None of us is. Just take it for what it is. My mama, she supported everything I wanted to do, from skirt chasing to music. Whatever I wanted to do, she supported it. I remember she let my girlfriend spend the night. She told me, don't tell my dad. You know, as a man, you want to tell your dad like that. Like I handled it. But she like, don't tell your daddy. And my daddy, he was like, I don't want you hanging around. I don't want you talking to no girls. I want you focused on them books. Which is why I always got my workout in school, because he always stressed the importance of education. Okay. I had 2 older cousins, Bebe and Trez. I wanted to be like them at one point, but they weren't gonna let me be like them, cause like all they told me was like, all you need to do is let people know we your cousins, and they not gonna mess with you. I was like, I don't want that though. I need to. I'm trying to get out here myself. But luckily, I didn't have to do anything like that. I pretty much got along with everybody. Okay. Like I moved to Savannah, Georgia, at the top of 2020. I've been there it's 2022, right? Been there for 2 years now. I went to Savannah, Georgia, and I think I did pretty good. I'm working as a graphic designer now and a music producer. I'm interning as a production assistant at this venue in Bluffton. So it works pretty well. I'm glad I actually got a chance to leave Mississippi, leave the Delta, and just go see what the world has to offer. I actually want to put together a project of like artists that I work with. Okay. I want to have this project executive produced by me. If I can't do that, I want to put together at least one single with whichever artist happens to hit the nail on the head with something I made, and put it out like on some DJ Khaled for real type stuff. I'm not rapping or anything, but it's my song that they rapped on, and I release it as my single. My creative process is really not a creative process. I see a lot of interviews where producers be like, oh, I sit down, I get high, I light candles, incense. I don't do that. I sit down and I play with the piano. I play with this synth. I play with this drum. If I get the idea of a sample, I might sample, a song. I sampled a gospel song the other day.
Okay.
I don't really have no process. Yep. I just sit down and just.
Like work. You don't have to go through all the extra.
Nah, man. I don't. Nah. I just sit down and just whatever's in my head. I try my best to bring it out into the the computer. I need to get a better social media presence.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to start going live more, making beats, start posting more, and just putting myself out there more. I got too much stuff sitting on my computer for me to just be saying, "Oh, I make beats."
What's been stopping you? Is that the timing?
My job, really.
Okay.
My job, and plus I'm in school, so once I finish these last 2 semesters of grad school, then maybe I know for sure I have more time.
Okay.
Yeah. I handle everything myself. I get an idea, I try my best to put it in action, but it's just me. I got a DJ homie in Savannah, so whichever artist go ahead get finished with their track first, I let him go test it at his shows or his events, see how people react to it. He's out of Savannah, real deal.
Are you into like clubs and everything like that? Like, do you go or do you prefer?
I never been into them, but these past 2 years, I definitely been more of a pop outer. Like I'll pop out now.
Just to see what the flow is or what the vibe is for the
Yeah, plus, and then another thing, I know I'm not in Mississippi, so I'm down there in Savannah. I might see this weekend. I might see that.
Yeah.
I might see this. I might see that. I know it's gonna be something different as a producer. I think I'm too nice. Yeah, I think I'm too nice. I drop prices. I cut deals. Like, I'm thinking that's gonna make them spread the word and bring people my way. But really, I'm cheating myself. I think I'm lowballing myself. Yep. So that's what that is. I just look at it like this, cause I study this, not just like the beats. I study like the business side of it, to where I watch producers say, people not gonna really pay at first, so you're gonna have to do some free stuff every once in a while. So it's like, okay, I'll do that, but I don't want to be stuck with doing free stuff all my life.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. This is how I knew I was doing something. My mama, she don't listen to anything. Like, she would listen to like Sam Cooke, Barry White, John Legend. That's it. Maybe gospel. That's it. I ain't never heard her listen to nothing else.
Okay.
But she asked me one day, she was like, let me hear what you been working on. I was like, you sure? She was like, yeah. Played it in the car. And she's like, now how can I get a copy of this? I can send it to you, Mom. I can send it to you. Because I sampled a gospel song. I thought she was going to like snap. But that's the one she liked. That's the one that made her say, how can I get a copy of this?
Okay.
So, my Instagram is Aye Ricooo. That's AAYERICOO. That's 3 O's. Aye Ricooo. It's also my producer tag. So whenever you hear Aye Ricooo, I made that. Believe in yourself. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. Simple. Like, don't be worried about them and they. You gotta worry about we and us. Don't be worried about them and they, cause they gonna always have something to say. So, besides, if somebody gonna like it, somebody gonna like it. It may not be nobody in the city. It may be somebody in the city, but somebody gonna like it.
Right.
You may have a lot of bandwagons. They probably don't like it because their friends don't like it.
Right.
So, but yeah, just whatever you want to do. If it's a kid watching this video that live in Greenville, in the Delta, and they make beats, just go ahead, put yourself out there, let everybody know. Cause if I was doing that in middle school up until now, I remember letting people hear it. Like in high school, riding around, girls I was talking to, I let them hear it, and I thought they were just saying it cause I talked to her, she liked me. Of course she gonna say she like it. Then my boys, of course they gonna say they like it. But I must have only played one beat for my boys. They were like, nah, bro. I like, okay, bet. Bet. I think I played one beat one time in homeroom, and I wish I would have kept going.
Yeah.
But, Alright, so this is Rico, Aye Ricooo. Remember, follow me on Instagram, Aye Ricooo. That's AAYERICOO. And if you need any beats, any graphic design work, hit me up, Facebook, Instagram. I'm here, and you just tune in with the Daily.